Hey Owners Club, I wanted to record a video showing me building out a funnel for somebody, specifically the Buy Box landing page. So this is going to be a funnel for Benjamin Huang with his business Buying Buy Box. And it's going to include a landing page that goes into a funnel that has some follow-up, that has form submission, has all that lovely stuff. So we may run into some hiccups along the way since I am doing this live, but you'll get the idea and be able to build out your own. So I'm going to share my screen and get started. Okay. So you can see he's already got some funnels in here. So I'm building this out in Go High Level. This is actually the easiest way to do it, at least for me, because it has all of the funnel stuff built in. So I have my own marketing agency plan. You can see the REI integrator up here, but this is really just Go High Level. So any Go High Level, including any of the white labels, whether you're on Astroblaster, REI Reply, Built, Open Dispo, any of those, they will all work. It all works the same. So I'm going to start by going to the funnel itself. We're going to have to do a couple other things besides building out the funnel, but we'll tackle it when it gets here. So I'm going to actually start from a template. Benjamin, this actually looks really similar to something that he would have in his marketing. So kind of a dark theme. We have a couple different brands. He has Boston Home Service and Ownership Code. So it looks like this might work. And this is just one of the top ones. We can go back and look and see if there's anything else that could fit. You can just go in and preview, and that one is not quite what we're looking for. And just look into each one. I like to look at these and kind of imagine what the end product would look like. So this one looks quite fancy. Kind of like it, kind of don't. Just go through. So before I start looking at these, I'm actually going to pull up his buy box. It's kind of all over the place with design, but we get all the words, so that's what's important. So I'm going to take this and make it a little bit more clean and suave, just like Benjamin. So give me a few seconds to figure out one of these templates and I'll be right back. So I decided to go with the business services one. You'll see here that I actually went and I just decided to go down by category. And business coaching and consulting is the closest one to what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm just going to click continue and it's going to build out a funnel all magically. It's taking a sec. Okay, so we have a couple things. We have to replace this image. Our goal here with this landing page is not to give credibility. Our goal is to get people to submit deals. So it's going to be pretty low on the information side. So I'm actually going to delete a lot of these. I might leave that one, I'm going to put it down a little bit lower. And all I did was click that little button. So I'm going to change this to what we're buying. And then if I look at his buy box again, he wants businesses and real estate. So one interesting thing is you can actually do your buy box any way you want. I know a lot of people have buy boxes that are completely different from each other. They have a real estate buy box, they have a lending buy box, they have partnership buy box, capital raising. I've spoken to quite a few people over the last few days, and there are definitely quite a few varied buy boxes. How he wants to split it up is workwithbenjamin.com and investwithbenjamin.com. I think he decided against workwithbenjamin.com, so I will have to get an update on this one. But we're going to focus on the investwithbenjamin.com because he actually has already purchased this domain. So if you're wanting to know how to purchase a domain, you definitely don't want to, it's not even possible to leave it as a Go High Level domain. You can go and get Namecheap. So one important thing is to think about how easy it is to remember. So my domain is heathersbuybox.com. Pretty easy to remember. I also went ahead and did heatherbuys.com and a couple more. I was talking with Edgar just to get some vanity domains, and I think he's doing EdgarBuys.com. He's doing Invest with Edgar. And as a side note, as we were talking about domains, we came up with Creativo Edgar. And that's super cool because he's working on doing a lot of creative workshops that are specifically targeted towards the Hispanic, the Latino community. And I think it's just really cool. I will say my one word of advice is if you do not have your first and last name.com as one of the domains that you've purchased before, you should definitely consider that. So I've had heathergrizzard.com since, I don't know, 2018 or something. When I first looked it up in 2014, a realtor from South Carolina had it and she let go of it and I pounced. So like benjaminhuang.com is actually not available, but one that we are going to be focusing on in the future is I am Benjamin Huang. And so that's going to contain all of his, like if you think about your branded website, think about Pace's website. Pace's website is kind of the central point. It's the way that he can send everyone, not that he does, but if they just come across his name, he could send them to Sub2, to Gator, to Top Tier TC, and then to a couple of different things that he's got going on. He's got Invest with Pace. He's got, it's basically the thing that links everything together. So whenever you're thinking about your vanity domain or like the one that matches your name, think about every opportunity that you want to capture in the future. Think about books, speaking opportunities, all the things that we're talking about in Owners Club. You can do it through this one domain and link everything out to different landing pages. Just to give you an idea of what a landing page is, I explained this to someone today and she said she didn't really understand what a funnel or landing page is. So I just want to break that down really quick. You have your website, and then you have your landing pages. The landing page is the first step in a funnel. So a funnel is a path that you basically force someone to go down. That means that there's no menu links, there's no distractions. You want somebody to do this goal that you have in mind for them, and they can go through all these different steps. It might be just a two-step funnel. It might be like a page and a landing page, which is perfect if you're giving out ebooks. Could be name and email is all you capture, or it could be something like our buy boxes where you're having a deal submission being the second one, or you can even do an upsell of like, oh, you want to purchase a consult with me or something like that. Like the sky is the limit, and you can upsell them to charge something on that third or fourth step, or you're charging on the second step and you're charging for something higher on the third or fourth step. So Namecheap is usually who I get the domains from, and it's the cheapest place. It's pretty easy to figure out the DNS stuff, which you would have to figure out for Go High Level to connect it all. So back to the buy box. This is specifically talking about investing. So he wants to capture people who are wanting to buy, people who are wanting to invest their money with him. So I'm just going to delete. You can just kind of delete different things here, and so I'm going to leave one. I'm not sure if I love this green, but that's okay. We can fix it. So I'm going to build out the buy box within this section here. And let's see. And I'm just going to copy it. Let's see if it actually pastes. Oh, it does. Awesome. So not prettily, but it at least pastes. Where did this come from? Let's see. Got random characters. Oh, it's that. So it's actually an arrow, I think. No, those are the arrows. I don't know where that came from. So I'm gonna have this be horn. I could do. Well, let's try it over here. So this becomes a bullet point if you do a asterisk and a space. And we're gonna look and see. I could play around with it and see what it looks like there. I actually don't like any of that. I'm gonna just hit the undo button. Ooh, it did not save. So I guess something like that. So I'm just going to backspace them out. And I actually like it being, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, okay. And then I'm going to bold these. And you see that the words just disappeared. That is totally fine. We will fix it. So if you go over here to the sidebar, this is just the styling for this box, and you can see the bold text color is black. Let's do white. Now it's fixed. And so for this, we need a title. We're going to say, grow your money with me, because that's what he put. Grow your money with me. And then I'm going to delete this. And we need something that's more money-ish. I don't love this. This is split out like how he has it on that. Let's see. Let's play around with this. Grow your money with me. And this can be a future marketing thing. I want to make this a little bit more verbose. And I have a little bit more creative freedom with Ben's stuff because I am working with him. So I'm going to throw this over here and hope for some white font because we need it to stand out. I may want to reuse this box later, so I'm going to create another section. Actually, no, another row. Create another row. And then I can move this up there. And move it into that row. You have to have sections and you have to have rows. It's kind of like building one big table. So I'm just gonna go here and sure, I like this height. And then this is gonna paste really weird. I already know. Oh, it didn't do too bad. So we're just going to do this and what is this question mark? 250 plus investment. Okay. I figured it out. So I'm going to take these bullet points and I'm actually going to put them into boxes. So instead of this, I'm going to say business acquisitions. And I'm going to say you own equity. I'm going to ask him for more information and he might not have any. Let's see, do that and do this. And then this is going to be, and that actually looks good. I'll just have to worry about the icons. Oh, that's where that came from. Plus K plus investment. And I'll just reiterate this because it's not super clear. You invest over $250,000, we'll fly you out to visit the project. So there's that. And then business acquisitions, and I gotta do real estate. 8 to 12% fixed returns. Awesome. So I'm gonna add this as like a, what is this here? This is not needed. Not to work with me. Let's see. Looking to invest. There we go. That, I don't know if it's needed, but I'll leave it there. Ooh, I like their parallax they got going on. So we don't need testimonials. We don't need our team, but we may need this section if we want to keep this. Or we may just delete everything. So I need to throw, let's see, I'm going to do about Benjamin. And he had a slogan here. Oh, here we go. I'll just copy and paste this. Oh no, I want to copy, and I want this to be a paragraph. We're going to change the color. Did I miss some things? I acquire businesses and real estate. Oh, that is definitely there. Okay. Listen, I'm not here to play small. So I'm going to add that here. Ooh, let's see. Listen, I'm not here to play small. I might add this as, I wonder if I could do different colors. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. I could do, is this already bold? Nope. So I can make this not bold and have that be the white and then make the bold the green. Just to add a little pop. Oops. It's not bold. So then I want to make this bold. So that I'm not here to play small. And then to add this is all left aligned, so I'm actually going to throw that into there. I want a little bit more space, so your spacing stuff's down here. Let's say 20, and I want this to be bigger, so too big. Perfect. Okay, so then I'm going to put a picture of Benjamin there, and then I don't like how this is centered and this is kind of centered, so I'm gonna delete this button, delete this, and make this centered. And if we want to keep this, it needs to be centered. And then we don't need all these things. Heck, we don't even need this menu. We will add a little thingy over here, but I'm gonna delete this menu actually. And he has some other things that he wants to link in here. So that could be this section. I don't think this section really works. I'm gonna actually, let's see, before we get into making this a little bit more personalized, let's figure out a color. Do we like this green? We're gonna look back at this. He's using all the colors of the rainbow here. I know he likes gold, so let's play around with some colors here. So we're gonna be doing this. Let's check this out. Looks a little Halloweenish. Let's see. We can do a little color picker down here. It needs to be something bright. I'm looking at Roy G. Biv. This is kind of a cool color, but I know it's not Benjamin's vibe. But I would probably do a brand that's that color. I think he would probably be either maybe a teal, not pink, not red. Either blue or teal. I think teal, like having something a little bit lighter. Maybe something like that. So LP blue. Let's see. I'll do black box blue. Black box blue is our new color. It's cool how they can, allow you to change it. Okay, so now that we have that saved, we can just go in and change all the colors. So there, change it to our buy box blue. Ooh, it's a little bit not as contrasty. So we got to make sure that anything that has white over it actually gets changed to black. We're gonna change this to our buy box blue. I should have, can I look at this blue? Okay. So we have this is a hex code, so this is something that you can copy and paste to get the exact same color. Branding is important, you guys. You gotta be able to have consistency. So I'm gonna do 100 by 100 because we just want some of those little things. So this is switching over to Canva. I'm switching over to Canva. I started a 100 by 100 design and I'm just going to figure out I'm going to figure out the icons first and then I'll figure out like a signature type of thing. So, and I'll just do BH icons. And I'm going to do elements. So the first one that we're targeting here is this business acquisitions. So I'm going to do business. And I'm doing it under elements. I like to look at graphics. One little hack that I found out is to do like a business sketch because it adds a little bit of character, which is cool. So just looking through this, and what's our other ones here? Real estate and investment. Let's actually do real estate first. That's easier. I'm gonna do a house sketch, and remembering that it's gonna be small. I'm going to, it needs to also not be super detailed because it will be small. So let's try out something like this. So I'm going to make it as big as I can within this square. And then I'm going to change it to our buy box blue, which I copied. So if you want to see how it would actually look on the page, I think this is a black background. It could be a little bit off, but black would be close enough. So black, and you can see it looks pretty decent. So I'm going to do share, download, and then PNG, transparent background. So then when I download it, you'll see it'll be called bhicons.png in your downloads folder. So I'm going to go here, actually to real estate because it's a house. I'm going to select this image and I'm going to upload. Actually, I have a bunch of other stuff. This is actually our ownership code. go high level. So I'm going to create a new folder so that it kind of stays separate. And you can do so by doing this little plus folder icon. So I'm going to do buy box because it has different branding. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to upload. And I'm going to do, where did this go? Where did this go? So this is, this failed. So this is the reason why sometimes I have like little blobs and stuff. So I'm gonna do blob. What is this? Not that kind of blob. Let's see. Do paint splatter. Something that would be kind of in place, but kind of not. Like you could probably do something a little bit easier than this. Let's see if this allows for. Is this so not on brand? No, I hate it all. Maybe not splatter, maybe dots? Dots could be cooler. Sure, let's go with that. It looks a little funny, but we'll see. So transparent background, blam, it's completed and I actually downloaded this time. Go to my downloads and you can hit this little three buttons here, or three dots on this button and click select and insert media, and then that's way small. It's 80 pixels, so let's do 150. This looks terrible. So I'm actually going to resize this to be 400 by 400. Sure. And we're going to reopen it. And this will allow for it to be a little bit higher quality. So I'm going to do transparent background, and I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to hopefully delete that. Move to trash. Upload our better quality thing. And select. Insert media. So you can see it's kind of gotten a little brighter. We can up the size. That's fine. That looks good. We can decrease the padding around here. So 34. I don't know where they came up with 34. Let's decrease it by 10 and by 10. So that makes it a little bit better. And then we can find this border over here. So this is under the advanced, and we're going to change it to our buy box color. I'll go ahead and do that for all of these too. So it's just faster to do everything in one time. And there we go. So then we just have these two to go. We have investment, so that's pretty easy. What we're going to do is we're going to take this house out of it, but we can leave it in there just for a size comparison. We're going to do cash, sketch. We're going to check it out. This is pretty simplistic and kind of in the same, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to make it about the same size, and then I'm going to delete this and change the color. So it might be a little thicker than the other one. So so the same thing, PNG, transparent background. Always want it to be transparent, otherwise you're going to have a black square. So I'm going to select that, go over here to buy box, upload this, and I'm just not even going to worry about renaming it. Fill size exceeded. It's smaller than the other one. Okay, sometimes you are lied to in your CRMs. So I'm going to do that. This was 200, so we'll do the same thing here, 200, and it looks similar. Cool. And then the last one is our business acquisitions. And so we'll do our business sketch. For something a little bit ambiguous like this, it's nice to do that last. Business. We're going to what says business? Horse. Horse says business. What is that? I guess it's a scanner. None of this says business. Okay. I'm going to use this little handshake guy. The symbol as old as time for business. And change it to this so we can see. And you can see how they look pretty similar. And then I will align it and do download, transparent, download, and a repeat. Repeat of the situation. whoops, wrong folder. We're going to go into our buy box folder and double click on it and choose that. And then select insert media, change it to that 200. Bam, that section's done. So now I just got to go back, and everything above here is what to do with this section. Let me just I think you guys get the point. I'm going to start on the second page of the funnel, and then I'll come back and finish up some of this. So for this, we want it to be, it's not submit a deal. So let's think through this. So the button text is always what your CTA is. It's your call to action. So you have to word it correctly. So we're wanting them to give us all their money. I actually kind of just want to use the businessy term of get started. We'll see if Ben likes it. I mean, if he doesn't, that's fine. We can change it. It's pretty easy. I just did it in 2 seconds. So I'm going to go to the animations. I like the animations. You can do like whenever you're looking at the page, you can have them have an infinite loop, which is kind of cool. So you have this glowing one. You might not be able to see it on my screen, but it's kind of glowing in the background. Not super noticeable. The rocking is a little more noticeable. Bouncing is the most noticeable. So for this one, I'm just going to throw rocking in there just to draw attention to it. And I'm not sure I'm going to keep these 2 sections, but I definitely want to have another button down here. But this get started is actually going to go to the next step in the funnel, so that's already set up like that. So I'm going to click save. And you'll see that it pops up some SEO metadata. So I'm going to say invest with Benjamin Huang. And I want to invest with Benjamin, invest in business acquisitions, real estate, let's see, and real estate. Okay, cool. So we have that. I'm going to click save. So we have this funnel here. Let's go and work on the deal submission step. So right now there's one that's called appointment. Let's see what this even looks like. We have a form. We have all this stuff that we don't need. We actually don't need any of this. We really just want this to be over here. We're going to create a new section. It's going to be full width. We kind of want it to be black. What's happening? Background color, black. Let's keep it that way. Is it the same black? Guess we'll see whenever we look at the page. We want it to be 1 column, and we are going to add an element of a form. We'll fill out this form later, but just to show you where it's at, you would do form, bam. So I have some forms, but I need to actually fill this one out. So I'm going to remove this though, and I'm going to, oh, this is different. What is this color? Okay, this is that one. I'm going to do that. Okay, so now it's the same. So this gives us a little bit of flexibility for stuff. I'm going to do this. And I'll probably replace all of this later, but let's go work on this form. So I'm going to save this. For the SEO, I'm going to do submit information. Blending is so weird. Like, submit information about money? Don't know. Let's see. Let's submit more information to information about, let's see. Submit detail to get more information about with updates, save, publish, and we don't have a domain yet. So, and then we can do thank you. So we'll just keep that as it is for right now. Let's go work on a form. So we're under sites, and we've been working under funnels. So we're going to go to form builder, and we're going to add a form. And we don't really need templates for a form because this is going to be inserted into a website. I'm going to start from scratch and say this is going to be investwithbenjamin.com form submission, just because we have more forms in the system. So we definitely want all of this information. We want to be able to market to them with text messages eventually. I consent to receive, and I just do marketing communication. Let's just like have it all under one bucket. Goodness gracious. From Benjamin Huang. Because we're not really branding this to any specific company. And I'll leave this last sentence in there. You can reply stop to unsubscribe at any time. We are going to want to change this button to, I still don't know what to call this. Submit's fine. You will want to add on a privacy policy at the very least. Not so much terms of service. Terms of service is more for, like an online service or something. But privacy policy is always good whenever you're collecting somebody's phone number, especially if you want to get A2P registered. So yeah, there's our form. So we're going to save it. We'll come back and change this button later, but really it's just like this one thing. I just don't have actually I do have it. I have it right here to go steal it from Canva and add it here. So there's that. We definitely need the color to the subtext. Text and be black, maybe even bold. Weight is boldness. Maybe do 600. And that should actually, we're going to want it to be white font on this thing. So this is going to be like your global style options. So it took me a second to figure this out before, but I think it's colors and backgrounds. And no, it's advanced settings. So advanced settings, we have don't want a border. I think this is for this. It's like a shadow. I don't want any shadow either. Anything. We don't want a border. We don't want a shadow. So yeah, let's remove all this. And it's the form, no shadow, the input field. I don't care about that. We really care about the label because that's all of this. So we're going to change this to be white, which will make it completely not readable here, but it'll make it look good on the page. So I'm going to go back and I still need to change this. So the text here should be white. I think it's good. So we're going to do that. We're going to go back to, so we have our form, and this is without custom fields. I will show you right now how to do a custom field, but I'm going to have to check with Benjamin on exactly what custom fields he wants. But you just go into settings and you add. So you can, the cool thing about Go High Level is you can actually split it out into tabs. You definitely want it to be organized whenever you're looking at those contact records every day. So you can create a folder and add fields. You can choose whether it is a contact field or an opportunity field. So for my stuff, I actually am creating opportunities so that somebody can submit multiple opportunities without it overriding the contact fields. So that's one thing you got to be careful about, is if you have a contact that you're submitting for Go High Level, then each new form submission is just going to overwrite those fields. So you're going to always need to make sure that you have notes that basically have all the fields in there. And so at least you have some sort of historical information. An easier way to do that is to actually create all these fields on the opportunity. And every new form submission creates a new opportunity on the contact. And you can actually do that through, oh my goodness, opportunities and pipelines. So it's actually going to be a pipeline, and we're going to call this potential lenders, and we will call this form submitted. And then the next stage would have to be, oh my gosh, I thought under investigation, but that's not really the case. Maybe due diligence to see if they actually have the money. We could do deal sent, so we know when to follow up with them. We could do, I don't know, I'm not in the lending game, but we could do like follow up, and all of these stages can have automations based off them. So you'll see here, if we go back to opportunities, that we now see potential lenders. So the theory is that all new form submissions will always go into this first stage. So name it to something like that. And then these will be just follow-up. So it doesn't matter what you're submitting, this still works the same. It doesn't matter what you're doing, this all works the same. And whenever you drag and drop or change it through the opportunity record on the stage, you can have automation. So say you want to send an email to somebody, say you want to reassign it, or maybe you're throwing them into a follow-up campaign, or sending them a text message. All of that is possible here. So let me go first put the form in there before I go do this. Ooh, business services. Let's edit this to make sense. So the name is going to be Invest with Benjamin and save. And that just changed the name of the funnel. It didn't do anything crazy, but for appointment, we also want to change the name, and it'll be under the publishing tab, and we'll say submit form, and I'll just call this submit. This is all. So if you only have your funnel as your website, you don't have to worry about domain or URL conflicts. If you have this as like a page on your website, then you have to make sure that this isn't overriding any page that's already on the web. So this will now become submit form over here. So I'm going to go into this and go to the sidebar and select my new form, which is the Invest with Benjamin form submission. It has a background, which is sad. So I'm going to save this. I forgot to remove the background. And I'm going to publish it. I'm not going to publish it. I keep clicking that. You can preview it though. So you can see that it has an ugly white background. So let's go fix that. We're going to go into the form builder. We're going to, and this will automatically update whenever you update the form because it's just like a widget within the thing. So this would be under the global settings, and it would be colors and background, maybe. Background, this one. So we want it to be transparent. So we're just going to drag this all the way over. And now it's transparent. We want this to be transparent as well, now that we're looking at it. So we're going to drag that over. And we also want this to be the same color. Whoops. That's what they give you for the example domain. We can do, there should be a link color. No, I will come back to this. That's not super important to match that. It's, yeah. So I'll go back and this should update. So this is now updated. We have so much space right here. We want to edit all of this, make this a different color. So let's go do that. Besides, I'm getting tired. Invest with Benjamin. So let's delete this. Let's say submit information. Please submit your information. So I'm gonna center all of these things. I'm gonna remove a lot of 100 pixels. There's no reason. Maybe a little bit up here. Okay, cool. And then this one has some. So decrease that. Still has some at the bottom. I'm gonna just, do we want this? Do we even want this? We don't want this right now, so I can put it in the footer if we need to. So I think that looks good for that page. You can see kind of like, oh, this is how it looks on mobile. And you can preview it to make sure it looks good. It's very simple. We might make it into 2 columns, depending on how many fields there are. I just don't even know. I basically have a PDF, but Benjamin's a special case. Okay, cool. So we want to make a little bit, let's copy this. I'm gonna go make him a cute little logo. So let me go back. Can I not just go to the home thing? Go over here. I'm gonna create a logo. I'm gonna do a handwritten logo. Handwritten logo. Some of these look really feminine too. I kind of dig it. Long. Okay, cool. This could work. Do something like that. Maybe, so this needs to be bigger. So 133. 133. And look how pretty. For businessy stuff, I wonder if there's like a, let's see, business idea. I do like the little, let's see, how do you say this? Shine. Like the little shiny thing, this thing, but maybe a little different. No. I think it's fine. Okay, so we want this to be white. White, white. It's disappearing. This can be black just so we can see. Beautiful. I'll probably cut out some stuff. One little trick here is we want our transparent PNG, but we also want it to not have a lot of space around it. So I'm going to open it in this little cool thing called Photopea. It's like the old Photoshop that now costs $1 gazillion that nobody really wants to buy. Like, why would you if you're not super deep into it every day? So I just play around with this. And I want to have it, I guess, tighter. So then I can go back over here. I can say home. And I may just remove this image over here. Although I know Benjamin has some professional pictures. So we want to add in an image. And for our image, we want to go in here. And I'm just going to keep it in BuyBox because it doesn't really fit with our other brands. Just something I'm doing on the side. Select, insert, bam. Now you gotta wonder, do you need any of this other stuff? I'm gonna simplify this a little bit. I'm gonna say, let's not have this. Keep that. Say, honestly, I don't even think we need that. We're just gonna simplify it. Simplifying's good. If we need more stuff, we can always add it later. Why am I not seeing this? Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. We have some different colors in the background. No, we don't. Like I imagine these. Okay, anyway. I still like this background. Hesitant to remove that. We can change this over here. We can say long. Cool. We're not in 2022 anymore. Honestly, we don't even really need that. It's not like we have anything crazy on here. We don't want an office. I don't even know if we want a call. Don't really want an email. I mean, a website. For now, I'm just going to throw this in here, and I'm going to say email is Benjamin at Boston Home Service. You can change it later if you want. And voila. So that's that. We'll have to change it on the other page. I need to add in a picture of him. Let me go find one actually. Okay, I found a picture of him. So I'm gonna go in here, throw this WhatsApp image in here. Select, search, bam. He looks like a ghost. What is this? It looks black and white. I could have sworn I didn't download it as black and white. What is happening? Interesting. Oh, image shadow, black and white. There we go. Oh my gosh, scared me there. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, that can go there. Why is this darker? I don't understand. Maybe that's the color it's supposed to be. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's... And we actually want to move this further down. Oh, we don't need this. So let's delete that. And let's move this down. Oh, I need to change these colors. Luckily I kept this open. Because I keep losing the sex code. Oh, I already have it. So do that. And so that whole section is good. And then we don't need our team, but we do need some links. Now, do we want the links to be here? We could. I actually do want them to be here. So let's do resources. So this will be, we wanted to link to the other BuyBox too. So we want this to be work with Benjamin. We want this one to be ownership code. And we want this one to be, I don't know, okay, work with Benjamin, ownership code. Maybe Boston Home Service, since this is a lending page. So then I'm gonna delete all of these little guys. I'm gonna do this. And I want to add a button to each one. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna throw it into each one. Copy again. Move that over. Copy again. Move that over. I'm leaving that button down there because I just don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it. We need some spacing. So the difference between margin and padding is margin is on the outside of the element and padding is on the inside, as they've kind of illustrated here. So let's do 10, 20. 20 looks good. I need to do that across these. 20, 20. Benjamin. Let's do something fun like I'm ready. I want to learn. Let me invest. So yeah, and then yeah, I'm just gonna remove this actually. And say I want to learn more. And this actually needs to be, let's see, looking to invest. Oh, and then all these need to be your buy box blue. Oh my gosh, where's the color? Okay. Do that one. Buy box blue. Whoops. This will be this color, and this is buy box blue. Buy box blue, and this color. Cool. And this. Do we need this? Do we really need this? This actually really lines up well, so I'm going to keep these pictures. I don't think we need this, but we do need this centered. I'm going to throw this in there, and then we don't really need this, I don't think. Yeah, I'm confident I could rebuild that, so I'm going to just do that. And then we need this to be not that color, probably not this color either. Woo! Let's make a new color. Actually, this one works. No, it doesn't. It's gross. This one? No. Let's make a new one. Let's make a new color. We'll do something gray, because we don't want to break the color scheme. Buy box gray. Cool. Kind of looks the same as the other one, but whatever. I feel like this image makes it look brown for some reason. Cool. This looks really tall. Make this a little less tall. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty good. So this is done. This goes over here. We kind of want, I want this to be at another spot. Throw it down here. There's a way to, I did move it. I'm blind. Okay, I want it to be over here. Not quite there. Right here. So I want this to be over here. Invest. Did I capitalize that? No. Invest with me. Okay, cool. So that goes to the next step. So yeah, this page is done. Okay, we were going to do domain stuff, but we are having issues. So let me go over here and fix this. We want to add our lovely little signature over here. The menu that we deleted. So go grab that. Insert. Oh, how pretty. I want this to be a little less. I feel like this is okay. I feel like this form is still a little. I think I ran into this with the other thing though. Like these forms are just got lots of padding. So let me replace this. Select. Insert. Delete. Still need to fix that privacy policy. Still need to build a privacy policy page. You can do that just by creating another step in the funnel and just never directing anybody to it. So that's good. And then there's a way, there's the form action too. So the redirect action, use the action from form builder. I'm actually going to change it to go to next step. So that forces it to use the thank you page within the funnel, and you can still use the form in other places. And I keep hitting that publish button. And then thank you. So let me go and do this. Oh my gosh, it's so capitalized. Okay, delete this. All email service. This may not look exactly the same. I'll probably go back and fix it later. Buy box color. Cool. And then this, select insert media. And I don't want this. And then thank you. Let's not have all this. Or keep the thank you. We'll say thank you for your interest. We will reach out within 48 hours. If you have any questions, please email. Cool. So, gotta replace that. Let's go to this. Select insert media. Looks good. Okay. So that's done. And so I've fully built this. The next step would be to go and create, let's see, let's create a folder, call it PyBox. Create. We'll create a workflow, start from scratch, and we'll say a form submission trigger. And it will be the form that is investwithbenjamin.com. So, and contacts are automatically created, so you don't have to worry about any of that type of automation. But you really want to send an email so let's say confirmation email is what we're sending. I'll just do save action. Subject can be thank you for submitting your form. We'll have it from Benjamin at Boston Home Service. And from Benjamin. And we'll just say hi, and you can select your custom values and say hi first name. Thank you so much for submitting your interest to invest with us. Our team will reach back out. Please reply to this email. Thank you. So there's that. So you have your confirmation email, but then you also want a notification email that goes to you. So you can do email and be to Benjamin, and we'll say to user type. I really want particular user, but I don't think. Oh, he isn't here. Okay, so it will go to him, and we'll say new form submission. We want to specify, since it's going to have multiple, investwithbenjamin.com new form submission, and then we'll say new form submitted. This doesn't have to be fancy. This is an internal email. And we'll say name, email, phone number, and each custom field that is added to the form after this will go in here as well. So contact, full name, email, and phone number. So, and then you can log in and do all the things. So that takes care of that. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Oops, I didn't name it. Invest with Benjamin submission. And so we'll do save. And that's it. So we have our funnel. We have, the only thing we haven't done is the custom fields. And, another thing we need to do. So within this, we also need to create an opportunity because we created our thing earlier. So create or, didn't know that. Create opportunity. Oh, okay. So they're separating this out. Let's see if we can add the create opportunity. So there's this. So we'll say opportunity name is going to be the contact name because this is a potential lender. Pipeline stage will go into form submitted, and we don't care about any of these other things. If we did have custom fields, then like I was talking about earlier, and we wanted to add all the custom fields onto the opportunity, this is where you would take the fields from the form, or actually there's a setting on the form where you can do that, but if you need to add any additional ones that are maybe static fields, it can be done in here. So then whenever you submit a deal, it will go directly into your opportunities under form submitted. And that's it. I think the only thing I haven't done is connect the domain. I actually can't get into Squarespace for some reason to connect that, but I will show you how that looks. That is domains, and you can connect a domain here. You just put in your domain. So I can put in investwithbenjamin.com and do continue, and it will say I want to add that. Yeah, continue. So it's going to look up your domain, and maybe I can just cheat and nope, you have to set it manually. So some providers allow you to just automatically set it, and it does like some magic things in the background. But that's pretty much it. So you would go, once you have this, you would go and go to Invest with Benjamin and then settings, and you can select the domain from here, and then it'll just be magic, and you can go to that domain and the funnel will pop up. That's pretty much it. And then once you have funnel stuff, you can go into the contact record. You can do a bunch of other stuff, connect with your A2P registration, be able to text people, and just be able to manage your deals. No matter what type of landing page buy box that you want to put together, it will work under this format. Yeah, just continue. Or yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.